All right, guys, I'm going to basically review complex numbers for you. Remember, A is the real number part, BI is the imaginary, A plus BI is standard form, and I runs in a cycle of 4. I to the first power is I squared is -1, which is one of your most important to remember. I cubed is -I, and I to the fourth is 1. So what I'm going to do is add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So we're going to start with add. 2 plus 3i plus 5 minus 7i. So we're going to add the real components and we're going to add the imaginary. So 2 plus 5 is going to give me 7. 3 plus 3i plus -7i is -4i. So my answer is going to be 7 minus 4i. So you're going to add the numbers together and you're going to add the coefficients of I together. All right, next thing we're going to do is subtract. Remember, subtract is add the opposite, so be careful with your signs. 11 minus 3i, 5 minus 9i. All right, so we're going to do 11 minus 5, which is going to give me 6. And I'm going to do -3i minus -9i. And we know that anytime we have subtract a negative, that's going to be -3i plus 9i, which is going to give me 6i. So my answer is going to be 6 plus 6i. 6 plus 6i. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is multiply. So 2 times 5 minus 7i. Here we're going to do distributive property. We're going to do 2 times 5 and then 2 times 7i. So I'm going to have 10 minus 14i. Okay. I have 2 plus 6i, 3 minus 7i. All right, here we're going to FOIL. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 3, 2 times -7i, 3 times 6i, plus 6i times -7i. Okay? So we're going to get 6 minus 14i plus 18i minus 42i squared. Remember, anytime you have an I squared, you're going to replace it with -1. So 6 minus 14i plus 18i is -1. So 6 minus 14i plus 18i. And then we're going to add our like terms. So I'm going to add 6 and 42 to give me 48. And I'm going to add -14i plus 18i to give me a plus 4i. Okay, so 48 plus 4i. All right, the last thing I'm going to review for you is the division. Okay, so 2 plus 5i over 3i. Remember, we cannot leave I in the denominator, so we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by I. So here I'm going to distribute. So 2i plus 5i squared over 3i squared. Then we're going to replace the I squareds with -1. So 2i plus 5 times -1 over 3 times -1. So 2i minus 5 over -3. And then I'm going to write this in standard form. So negative 5 over negative 3 is 5 over 3, and 2i, negative 2i over 3. So negative 5 over negative 3, 2i over negative 3. All right, one more example. 2 plus 3i over 4 minus i. All right, if it's in the form of 4 minus I, we're going to multiply by the conjugate. So we're going to change the sign in the middle from negative to positive. Whatever we multiply on the bottom, we're going to multiply on the top. So here we're going to FOIL, or distributive property, twice. Okay? So I'm going to do 2 times 4, which is 8. 2 times I. 4 times 3i. 3i times I. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. 4 times 4. 4 times I. 4 times negative I. And negative I times I. All right, so I have 8 plus 2i plus 12i plus 3i squared over 16 plus 4i minus 4i plus minus I squared. So these 4 i's on the bottom are going to cancel out. We're going to replace the I squareds, which is going to change the sign. So 8 plus 2i plus 12i minus 3 and 16 plus 1. And then I'm going to just combine my like terms. So I'm going to get 8 minus 3, which is 5. 2i plus 12i is 14i. And 16 plus 1 is 17.